Hello and welcome to today's Bible study from College Lutheran Church and from me, Pastor David Drebus. It's good for us to study God's Word, and we do that with our list of the top 100 essential Bible passages. This was a list put together by the Reverend Dr. Dave Delaney of the Virginia Synod, and we thank you, Dave, for this list. We come today to passage number 51, Jesus' birth in Bethlehem, Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 20. And again, we continue to kind of jump from one gospel to another as we tell the story of Jesus chronologically. So that means not just starting at Matthew and reading straight ahead in the New Testament. It actually means jumping from one gospel to the next, because each gospel tells the story of Jesus' birth, tells the whole story of Jesus in slightly different ways, even as they all speak of the same Lord. Now, I've mentioned previously that Luke tends to have a focus on more marginalized people from his time. That means a high regard or a lot of attention given towards the role that women played in the fellowship of Jesus. And today it means including shepherds in the story of Jesus' birth. Shepherds were loved in literature and not so loved in person. So in literature, God is compared to a shepherd who watches over a flock. But you wouldn't want to be standing next to a shepherd in line at the farmer's market or something like that. They were smelly. They were considered kind of a rough crowd. They lived out in the fields for the most part. They weren't very religious because they were with their flocks all the time. And so the unfortunate reality is shepherds were kind of looked down upon, even though there were all these lovely depictions in literature, such as Psalm 23, that speak of the Lord as our shepherd. Loved in literature, not so loved in person, is the way to put it. Well, these are the people drawn in to witness the birth of Jesus Christ. The angel goes to them and surprises them, and they are terrified, and the angel says what angels so often say, "Do not be afraid, I bring you good news, news of great joy for the whole nation. Today there has been born to you in the city of David a deliverer, the Messiah, the Lord." The angel explains that they will find this baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Well, I think of the shepherds every year at Christmas Eve, not just because it's in the text that we read every year at Christmas Eve, but because I think they're kind of a good icon for folks who get left out. Specifically on Christmas Eve, every year, there are people working at 24-hour stores or pumping gas. There are truck drivers who are delivering presents for people all around the world who are celebrating Christmas. And I feel bad that we think that someone who doesn't make it to church on Christmas Eve must not be a very faithful person. That attitude is out there, and in fact, a lot of the people who don't make it to church on Christmas Eve are people who are doing the sorts of things that keep our society going, keep our economy moving. They're working at the emergency department or the police department and the fire department, and if they have sort of a patron saint, I'd love for it to be these shepherds who are also working on that very first Christmas Eve. And God made sure that they were there to witness the birth of his son, Jesus Christ. Those are the ones whom the angel draws in to witness this miraculous birth. And so that's a miracle as well, right? So we have the miraculous birth, this just miraculous incarnation of the eternal Son of God taking on human form in the baby Jesus. And maybe it's not so marvelous or incredible, but we also have the miracle of these shepherds being brought in, being the ones to witness this birth. And they are worth pondering. They're certainly on my mind this week, and I hope you'll think of them too. Peace be with you.